dark, can't see me. What's popping, what's cracking, what's going on, what's up? Want to do a quick reaction to the very last portion of the 15 fucking person panel with Sneako, Lav, Abba, Erudite, Dan, whoever the fuck else was on. I don't really care about everybody else. But the one thing that kind of triggered a response from Abba was when Lav said, you met toxic femininity with toxic masculinity. And I was like, cringe. And then Loon pulls a Max and says, I already know what you're thinking. I already know what you're going to say. I'm not a fan of Lav. And much to the dismay of potentially of her interpretation, it's not just because she's a woman. It's because she's reminding me of Max. I don't like Max. I actually don't have really a big deal with Lav. She's like around my age, and I make a bunch of mistakes on a bunch of shit too, and she'll make some mistakes too. And I think I thought I saw something behind me. I think I change worldviews from time to time. Not worldviews. I think I change opinions on certain topics from time to time. Not as much as Lav does, but I don't think I'm pushed back on things like that. So I'm not even gonna be a dick about holding true to certain philosophies. But I hate the idea that someone could be like, hey, you think this thing that I'm saying you think. And if you disagree, you either don't understand yourself or you're lying, you're being dishonest. I fucking hate that. That's one of the most annoying things for me. But she did that just then to Abba, and he had to explain to her, look, the only point is as soon as you say toxic masculinity, people aren't gonna listen anymore. People don't care. Like especially dudes who are already not primed to being on your side, kind of just disagreed. But her counter to that was, well, look, I mentioned both sides. Like I mentioned toxic masculinity and toxic femininity. So, oops, my arm was tired. So I feel like that was good. That's what she said. They didn't get a point to hash that out anymore because Destiny left and ended the call. My thing is, that's not good enough. The issue is saying toxic femininity doesn't appeal to a group, so it's not like that balances it out to the group. The whole point is certain terms make people stop listening. As soon as you say toxic masculinity, you stop listening. It doesn't reignite a conversation when you say toxic femininity as well. Like both sides are being toxic. Just the term toxic, anything entity is removed. Like I'm a lefty and I don't like Joe Biden at all. But if I go into a conversation with somebody who's a fan of Donald Trump, I'd be like, I think Donald Trump's a stupid populist old man. And then they're like, what the fuck? I was like, wait. I also think Joe Biden's a stupid populist old man just appealing to a different group. Neither of them really care, but like, they don't care that I also hate Joe Biden. They care that I hate Trump. That's it. They've stopped paying attention at that point. Potentially, not everybody. A lot of people will engage in an actual conversation. But the type of person that was already going to be turned off by the idea of saying toxic masculinity or insert I don't like Trump, they're not going to be more agreeable even if I lead with toxic femininity first. Even if I'm pretty sure the order she said, even if the actual order was toxic femininity, then toxic masculinity, it doesn't matter if you primed them with that. You have to instead you should have just said, you met toxic behavior with toxic behavior. Still sucks. They don't like the word toxic. Said, you met bad behavior with bad behavior. That'd have been it. If she said that, that would have been fine. That is literally the only thing I have to say about that. It's a really annoying conversation. I do think it was annoying that Sneako kept reframing how that conversation went on Fresh and Fit. And also, he kept saying that she's making an Asian joke about having small dicks. The girl was talking to DJ Akademics. I don't know how he possibly interpreted that she was talking about him. I don't know how he forgot. Like, this is what, I don't know. This is another thing I'm like, it's annoying with Sneako. Like, he's dumber and dumber. The fact that someone tried to compare, I think it was Abba who tried to compare Sneako to Lav. Like, actually, you know what? Maybe Lav's done this. Doesn't matter. Point is, Sneako just straight up did not remember what took place. Like, they tried to explain a couple times, like she was talking to DJ Akademics. She said DJ Akademics has a small dick because they were going back and forth. When Sneako jumped in to call her Pop Smoke, she had said nothing to him. And when he called out the Bush thing, she had still said nothing to him. She had at no point insulted Sneako ever. Like, Sneako just attacked the woman for no reason. Not as much as DJ Akademics. And DJ Akademics was technically more unprompted. But like, okay, that's just not what happened. That's just fucking annoying. All right, that's all. If you like what you saw, leave a like, do a subscribe, do a crime. Just kidding, don't do a crime, and I'm out.